Oh my gosh. You guys, you get the fucking raw deal tonight. Look at me. It was 90 degrees today. I have no AC in my house. So you get the sweaty, resting bitch face. Okay. A lot going on. I am feeling like it's time for meditation time because I'm stressed out to the max. I know you guys got a lot of shit going on. I got a lot of shit going on. Stuff is happening so fast. It's crazy. So we're on crazy girl mode tonight. Sorry for the nasty look. I got tons of new stuff going on, new projects that I'm working on, trying to generate money so that I don't have to charge you guys for readings. I'm trying to develop creative abilities, and I am not crafty. But I have some abilities that are worth paying for, so I'm trying to put them to use so that I can do readings without having to charge those that could use help. So that's what I'm all about tonight. I just got off the phone with my cousin. My uncle is in a triple bypass surgery right now. It is 10 hours long. I don't know when the surgery started, and I have been crying all for about the last 3 hours. So my face, rosacea, boom, swollen eyes. You get the raw deal. So this ain't no pretty picture, but I know you guys ain't judging me. I know you love me, and I love you too. But keep my uncle in prayer. It is serious. You know, I don't know. Triple bypass. The arteries they were saying 80 to 90% clogged, and no report on the other 2 out of the 5. So if they were damaged or need stents in, I have no idea. But I love my uncle. I grew up with this man and his wife and my 3 cousins. We were so close. And he has been a minister in the church forever. My grandpa was a Pentecostal preacher in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. He retired in the 80s and died in the late 80s. So I come from a very religious background. But my uncle has always been in service to humanity. Whenever anybody needed anything in the family, he was the first one there. He was the first one there to pray for us. Okay. You guys got stuff going on too. So, I woke up this morning hearing Spirit downloading to me. I woke up. I felt a light sleep all night long where I knew Spirit was talking with me and I was communicating with Spirit. No funky dreams. I woke up this morning with Spirit talking to me, telling me, Tammy, teach them to come from the heart space, not the head. Because the head is ego. We are in questioning mode, questioning about our life situations. We're still dealing with ego. We're still dealing with third dimensional stuff, okay? So we have to enter in from the heart space. The heart has its own brain, has its own hormones and chemicals, has its own automatic systems that tells the brain what to do. The heart tells the brain when to beat. This is what I was getting this morning. Downloads. Saying, Tammy, you got to teach people to come from the heart, not the head. The head represents ego. So ego is always going to be trying to interfere when we're thinking from the brain. We're thinking from the head. We're being analytical. The ego is always going to try to interfere. Okay, so we have to come from the heart. And what does that mean? All week long, I've been meaning to hop on here and do a little meditation about clearing out thought forms. Because the mind is the monkey is the mind, right? Busy, 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 yap, yap, yap. Okay. That's the mind, and that's the ego, because the ego is always trying to war against what the spirit of our heart is speaking to us to do. The spirit of our heart is where all the answers lie. It's where we connect into that quantum field. It's where we connect into the Akashic records. And some of you guys might not know about the Akashic records. The Akashic records, it is the hall of records from the first living thing that ever hit this earth. So all the answers that are in there, all the answers about your past lives, all the answers about how to release this monkey mind brain, and the karma, old patterns. Karma equals old patterns to me. It's not whether it's good or bad. It's just the old pattern that doesn't serve us anymore. So it's time for us to release the karma so we can ascend spiritually. Okay, it's not about living your best life now, though some of us do get to do that here. It's not about focusing on the material things that you're able to manifest in this life. This life is about transcending the ego, transcending the mental and the physical mindset that keeps us locked into old programs. So how do we do that? How do we do that? You are not going to do that without a life of prayer and meditation. If you do not dedicate time every day to meditate and pray, to learn to understand and know you, dive into your heart, what makes you tick. Okay, so when we enter into the quantum field, when we enter into the Akashic records, what questions do you want to ask? Do you want to ask, who's going to be my husband tomorrow? Or do you want to ask, how can I transcend? How can I get to the next pinnacle peak of transcending spiritually? What is it that is blocking me from overcoming obstacles in my life today that's keeping me from the rainbow body? The rainbow body. That is, if you guys don't know about the rainbow body, Google it. Hey, okay, Google, rainbow body. It's about transcending the mental and physical world that we live in. That's what it's about. Okay, so this life on earth, you will hear some people say, oh, this life is just lessons and you're supposed to live your best life now. Bullshit, because you got some karma to work out. And if you're feeling stuck, it's because you've not yet figured out how to enter in to the quantum field and access the Akashic records to discover why you're stuck. It doesn't have anything to do with meeting the right person, marrying the right person, having the right job, living in the right place. Those things are just icing on the cake, you guys. They're icing. It's icing on the cake, okay? But how far do you want to go? When you go into the spirit realm, when you transcend and you go up through meditation beyond the universe into the throne of thrones. You come boldly into the throne room of God, and you can do so with grace and acceptance, and ask God anything you want. What do you want to ask Him? What do you want to know? I mean, do the questions that you want to ask Him have to do with transcending, with becoming the best that you are, with being able to look in the mirror and see that you are the I am, you are made in the image and likeness of God? Oh my gosh. It's deep. It's deep. So, when we go into these meditative states, if you're not finding time to write or ask the right questions, you're still going to feel stuck. You're going to go through a meditation and you're going to come out, and you know what? 10 minutes down the road, you're still going to feel stuck. You're going to be like, wow, I didn't get anything out of that. Or I might have heard a little bit, but that piece doesn't connect to this piece. Guys, I don't know what to tell you. The only way we are going to ascend into a 100% conscious awareness state is through meditation and prayer. So if you have not developed a lifestyle of meditation and prayer, you're going to have the monkey mind beating the shit out of you every day. Every day. And you can read 50 million books. You can sign up for all the classes in the world. You can get excellent coaching out there, however much you can afford to pay. And you can learn and learn and learn, but you're still on the freaking hamster wheel. When it comes down to the rubber meeting the road, you ain't getting off the wheel until you practice what you have learned and practice what you preach. So that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what this is about. Ripping the band-aids off and getting real with yourself. Moving beyond the superficial questions that have to do with everyday life. Because when it comes right down to it, if you really believe that you are connected to God's source, that you are one with the universe, you are one with your brothers and sisters, why do you have to worry? Why are you constantly anxious? These things are karmic patterns that need to be ripped off and deleted. How do you access that information? The only way you're going to access that information and be able to transcend it and transmute this negative bullshit is through prayer and meditation. I don't care. You can call it what it is. I'm giving you my experience. I'm telling you what I know. You can go to every freaking magic store in the freaking country and everybody will offer you their advice for a penny. But you have to do the work yourself. That means going in and exploring yourself and asking, okay, I've been in lack for my whole life. What's the root of that? Where does that come from? Is that from a past life? Is that something that I need to reconcile now so I can release it and move forward? That's with every area of your life. Every freaking area of your life, we need to be asking the right kinds of questions. Because I'm telling you, nothing frustrates me more. Please don't be offended. Nothing frustrates me more than people that come to me wanting to know if so-and-so is the right person for them. Well, you have free will. That means, you know what? Whatever you do in this world, you are free to do it, love it, enjoy it, hate it, despise it, leave it, walk away from it, embrace it, whatever. You get to operate in free will and hug and love or hate everything that you create in this world. It's your creation, baby. It's your creation. If Joe Blow left you, you created it. So going into the Akashic Records, going into the quantum field, this is deep stuff for you guys, and some of you guys aren't going to be able to handle it. Sorry, I can only give you what I'm told to give you, and this is what I was told to give you today. This is about waking up, ripping the Band-Aid off, and getting real with yourself. Because after all, it's not so-and-so's responsibility to make you happy, to put you on a pedestal and treat you like a queen. That's just icing on the cake. That's just icing on the cake. When you ask the right questions and you deal with the karmic programming and you transcend that, you won't ever have another issue again with that thing, with the lack, with the love, with the relationships, with the jobs, with whatever you're trying to manifest in your life. It won't be an issue. It won't be an issue. And you know what? When you transcend what's going on in the natural, holy shit, sweet baby Jesus, there ain't no peace like it. There ain't no bliss on this planet that can compare with knowing you are connected to the quantum field and can access your own Akashic records. Okay? So this is where we're going with that. This is where we are going with that. Do you want to learn how to access your Akashic records? Well, let's first get this one thing straight. Let's deal with thought forms in the monkey mind. Because if you can't get that under control, you ain't going to be able to transcend to the higher bliss states. Okay? You ain't going to be able to do it. You ain't. You're not. You got to get this under control. And the only way you can get this under control is through prayer and meditation. I don't care what course you take. I don't care how much money you spend. I don't care what the doctor diagnoses you as. Bipolar, schizophrenic, multiple personality disorder, whatever. You are in charge of your own mind. You are. You are. Not the monkeys. You are. So getting control of your thoughts by being mindful and aware of the patterns, how you think. You think in patterns. You think in patterns. Your body gets addicted to the chemicals and hormones that the brain releases through being a victim, through being constantly in survival mode, through being always feeling like you're lacking something. So we have to overcome that. And you can. That's the good thing about this message. There's not anything that you cannot do. The question is, do you want to do the work? Or do you want to just pay somebody else for a little reading and have them pat you on the back and make you feel better? Do you want to do the work? Do you want to transcend? Do you want to experience the ultimate bliss of being I'm not just talking about a knowledge here of head knowledge, of knowing that you are one. I'm talking about feeling it. I'm talking about where your skin vibrates at every freaking hair on your body is standing up at attention. Okay? I'm talking about will you feel your heart expanding beyond the cellular level into this earth, then into the galaxy, then beyond the galaxy. Oh, shit. You guys, I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm giving you what Spirit gave me today, and it was deep. So the message, I guess, if I had to wrap it up, is, are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to do the work? Because I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not here to give you happy low, make you feel better and give you pats on the shoulder and to make you just feel confident that you're right where you need to be. Okay, this is about breaking open your soul. This is about who were you from the foundations of the world, that who you was yesterday, what you were thinking about yesterday has caused you to manifest what you're going through today. Okay? Yeah, it does start with us all, Debbie. It does. Each and every single one of us. We're all on our own journey. But we have to get to the place where we're willing to stop blaming other people for how we think, what's going on in our life, how they made us feel. Holy shit, somebody hurt your feelings. Cry, baby. Suck it up. Suck it up. Somebody hurt your feelings. You're oversensitive. You are empath. No, you created that action in your own life. Let's take responsibility for it. Let's ask the hard questions that's going to cause us to make some serious quantum leaps in our life. When you make those serious quantum leaps, oh my gosh, you're talking about instant manifestation, instant desires of your heart, instant purpose and security, because you know what you are here to do. Hallelujah. You know what you're here to do, right? A lot of you don't know what you're here to do. You don't know what you're here to do. You think your job is what you're here to do. Well, I got news for you. Your job is not what you're here to do. What you are here to do is transcend the ego. Transcend the mental monkey. Remember where you came from. Remember all you had access to. Everything under the sun. There is nothing new under the sun. And you have the ability to access everything. But it only comes through practicing meditation and prayer. That's what I woke up with today, guys. That's what I got for you. I don't know any other way to put it, and I damn sure ain't gonna sugar cookie it, whatever you want to call it. Oh, the bugs are coming out. It's getting dark. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. If you're not willing to put in the work and begin to access that quantum field from the heart instead of your head, I mean, the head, don't get me wrong, the imagination is the clean slate. The imagination is where it all begins. But you have to be able to connect your heart chakra to your third eye, to your crown chakra. And leave out the fucking ego. Because if the ego comes in, you ain't going to get nothing but a mixed review. And it ain't going to be good. Okay? So, okay. Let's clear out these. Let me take my hat off. Let's clear out these thought forms that cause the monkey mind. Thought forms that cause the monkey mind, right? Our mind races. We can't figure out what to do to stop it. We just go from one worry to the next, to the next, to the next. And it builds up to where it becomes a shelf on your shoulders. It's a shelf on your shoulder that becomes heavier and heavier and heavier because every day you think between 50 and 70,000 thoughts run through your mind. Holy shit. Really? I mean, really. Do you even have a clue that you have 50 to 70,000 thoughts running through your mind in a 24-hour period? That's how unaware we are of what's going through our mind. And those thought forms, it reminds me, I told somebody this the other day, it reminds me of a comic strip. When you would go in the newspaper and read the comic strips and you would see the bubble over somebody's head with the writings in it, what they were thinking. Those are thought forms that we produce every day. We're putting them out into the ethers. They are being released as seed. As seed, Sherry, I need you to help me. It's a seed. Your thought and your words are seeds that are being planted. Some of them will die off. Phew. They just won't come to fruition because they don't have a lot of energy behind them. But some of them will manifest because you have attached feeling to those thoughts. Feeling is energy. Feeling is power. And when you think something that brings you to an emotion, that is a seed that is going to manifest. Whether it be good, bad, or ugly, it don't matter. Your subconscious mind doesn't give a hoot if it's good, bad, or ugly. It's just bringing you what you're putting out there and what you're planting, okay? So, let's clear out the monkey mind. It's a quick meditation. You can do this 5 minutes, okay? On your lunch break, on your 15-minute break at work. You can do this at the stoplight, for crying out loud, sitting in traffic. You can do this waiting in line at the grocery store. You can do this while you're in the shower. You can do this while you're washing the dishes. You can do this while you're putting loaded laundry in the washing machine. There's no excuse. No excuse for us not to be able to get control of the monkey mind, okay? So the 5-minute meditation that I do goes like this. I settle into my seat. I make sure my feet are flat on the floor. And I focus on my heart while I'm breathing in. And releasing the stress while I'm breathing out. Paying attention to my heart. When I breathe in, my heart expands. When I breathe out, my heart contracts. When I breathe in, my heart expands. When I breathe out, it contracts. The next time I breathe in, my heart is expanding up to my head. Then I let out all the stress that is around my head, around my shoulders, around my neck. I shake it off if I feel like it. I breathe in. My head is blowing up like a balloon. As I expand, the thought forms, the bubbles around my head are going pop, 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 pop. Coming to nothing. I breathe in. I see it in my mind's eye. Pop, 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 pop. All those superficial thoughts that really didn't have no power. Don't carry no power. They're just vanishing. I breathe in. My head gets bigger, 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 and I feel this bubble. Not only the bubble is outside of my head now, popping all the thought forms, popping all the bubbles, that didn't have no power put with it. It was like a fleeting thought. Those fleeting thoughts, while they still have a little bit of power, most of your fleeting thoughts get buried in the subconscious, or they just vanish. Okay? If they're buried in the subconscious, that means it is karmic pattern that needs attention. It's a karmic pattern that needs to be released. That's all. Don't make it bigger than it has to be. Breathe in. Golly, your head just goes bigger like a balloon. And this is what I see. When that energy, it comes up through my crown chakra, it goes out like the turtle field. It comes around my whole body, and it comes down to my feet and back up into my heart. Back up into my heart. That's how the expansion goes. That's how this meditation goes. With just busting the monkey's balls is what I call it. Busting the monkey balls. Those thought forms are null and void. When you're done with that, just take one last breath in and center in your heart. Open your eyes and relax and feel the peace and calm of knowing that you busted some monkey balls. All right, guys. So that's my talk for today. I'm going to start coming on in the morning and maybe evening to accommodate you guys. Also, I want to remind you, we're coming up to the end of the month. If you have not paid your $7.77, please, if you can, pay your $7.77. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.